The mayor takes us to the ransacked store and walks around behind the counter. If the girl was able to get rid of those raiders, we were gonna give her this. But now we will have to use them to survive. You have to promise that you'll help us. Me and Volp look back and forth at one another, confused. We promise. The mayor opens the cash register, takes out the cash bin, and presses a hidden button. Behind him, a false wall jostles open. The mayor turns and opens the door, completely revealing a terminal and the death it commands. I'm what the fucking at this point, but the mayor just walks over to the terminal. We've known about this for a long time, but none of us know how to hack the terminal so that we can get anything working. They aren't military grade, but they'll still be a big help if we can get them working. Walk over to the terminal and do an intelligence and science check. I have an intelligence 10 in my specials, and science in my skills. Critical success. Get fucked. I'm in the console, but it says there isn't any real software. It'd all be starting off retarded and near useless. Unless... I pause and start going through my bag until I pull out a circuit board. I quickly pull off a few parts and set the board down. What are you doing? I'll use this memory drive to pretty much reformat all of these, making them useful. Stick the drive into the terminal and press a few buttons. Memory processing, memory read, memory copying, memory copied. Fast forward a few hours and we've fortified the town. It's sunset and the women and children have been evacuated to Good Springs. Conrad returned with some bitch, a dog, and an old man with more explosives than an Enclave demolition team, and 3 farmers with shotguns. All in all, we had 18 people, including Richardson and the dog. Me and Volp couldn't really remember how many vipers we killed, but we were sure they still outnumbered us 2-1. As the sun began to fade and darkness engulfed the land, we saw torches coming down from the mountain. There are more torches people than we remembered being in the camp. Then again, we killed a priest, so I guess they might have gotten some friends rounded up. We had the settlers deployed to separate houses while me, Conrad, Volp, the sheriff, the deputy, and Richardson were all in a makeshift bunker. We had filled bags with sand and piled them facing the funneled entrance of the town. At either side we had tarps strung up. We made it seem like they were for hiding our fallback line if we had to retreat. There was at least 50 pissed off vipers and they came straight down the road up to the entrance of the town. One of them yelled out, "We want the girl and the ones that killed our boys." The girl ran off. What about the ones that killed our guys? Conrad just couldn't help himself. How about you do me a favor and fuck right off? Fucking vault dweller Aryans. Guy doesn't even turn around. Just puts his hand out. Another viper faggot put a rusty sword thing in his hand. I jump up so the guy can see me clearly in my fancy Enclave uniform and beret. If you come into this town, we'll kill every last one of you. The guy laughs it off and keeps walking until he's past the gateway of the funnel. Yeah, sure, buddy. You and what army? Too easy. I smiled at the guy and pressed a button on my Pip-Boy. On my left and right, Volp and Conrad tore down the tarps, revealing my army. For the Enclave. 12 protectrons that had been programmed with Igor's memories unloaded in unison a volley of laser fire that killed the Viper leader in an instant. Conrad yelled out as he unloaded with his RCW. "Kill 'em all for the Enclave." The Viper started sprinting full speed into the gunfire, and Richardson let out a beastly roar as he jumped into the fray. shrugging off any attempts at killing him as if they were nothing more than scratches. The windows on each building were broken as the settlers began unloading into the Viper army. Dumb bitch and her dog got themselves killed by trying to be a hero and ambush the Vipers. The Igors were more than enough to kill the Vipers, but by the time the smoke was lifted and blood stopped flowing, only 7 Igors still stood. A few of the Vipers who surrendered had been lined up against a wall and shot. The mayor left his building and ran up to me at crazy speeds for his fat bureaucratic ass. Why'd you kill them? We could have sold them to the NCR as prisoners. Initiate edge mode. Because I told them if they entered this town that I'd kill every single one of them. I paused to squat down and pick up the Viper leader's rusty sword. Even if I wasn't a man of my word, the Enclave doesn't take prisoners. Conrad, Volt, and Richardson mosey on over to me after they've looted all the bodies for gear. Or in Richardson's case, got a belly full. What are we doing now, Peter? The Vipers are dead, but that chick said she'll bring Boss with her. I do doubt they'd come to this town, but they'll kill us all. God knows what they'd do to the settlers here. We will have to leave tonight. She won't be able to get back here with the Brotherhood unless they have a vertibird. If they had one, we'd already be dead. I looked over my shoulder and saw the townspeople cheering as they ran into the arms of their brothers, fathers, and friends. Feels moment. What is it, Peter? I turned back to Volpe and Conrad. A few years ago, the Brotherhood marched with an army on our greatest stronghold. They blew up the base, slaughtered everyone inside, and didn't let a single vertibird escape without a chase. I paused. Not even the ones that only had women and children in them. They attacked us because we were going to give the greatest technology we had away to the people. Freely. We were going to see to it that Washington could become a safe haven for humanity, and humanity alone. Clean water that would be harmless to humans, but would mercifully kill ghouls and mutants in an instant. At least that's what the story is. Some say that it was just gonna be a big fucking purifier. Why are you telling us this? My character wipes tears from his eyes. I wonder what would have happened if we had won. Would we embrace our brothers in arms with love? Or mourn for those who sacrificed their lives so that humanity could be brought back from the brink?
The guard on his feet.